So this morning we left Revelstoke and we moved up the road to Glacier National Park. We're just past Rogers Pass at a trailhead and we're gonna do a Hermit Meadows trail today.
Let's go. Nearly there. So how was that, honey? Bit of a slog up the hill?
Yeah, that was quite tough actually. We're here now.
Lunch with a view. So here's camp for tonight. We've moved along after the hike to this spot called Wait a Bit Creek. It's just outside the little town of Donald. You can't really call it a town. There's 2 houses in Donald or something. Vendy's just doing some last preparations for dinner. We've got our towels out because when we came here the first thing we done was jumped in the river after our hike. We were ready for a wash. Dinner is served, honey.
Delicious, thank you so much.
So that's the view for dinner tonight.
So we have been waiting at the Radium Hot Springs for last hour because we got here at 10:30 and found out that they don't open in the middle of July until 11:30 because of swimming lessons. So we just waited in the car and now it's 11:20, we're ready to go in and there's a massive queue. So I don't know if you can see, but I don't think we'll bother.
You saw us at those other hot springs before, and the ones that we were at before are the style that we like. It was real hot springs at the side of a river. Someone had just gathered together some stones and made the little pools that you could sit in the hot water. This is basically just a hot swimming pool. So
With a lot of people
with
in it.
a lot of people. So I think we'll maybe give Radium Hot Springs a miss. What do you think?
After our experience at the Radium Hot Springs, we're not so interested being in a swimming pool with other people. So we are gonna try find the natural version here.
The main ones here at Fairmont are the same. They are joined onto the hotel and it's a hot swimming pool basically. They bring the thermal water from the natural pools and plumb it into a swimming pool, but it's not really our thing. So we're going looking for the natural ones, which should be somewhere along the river. We'll see.
Let's go and see if we can find it.
So, enter keep out. Closed. Kind of seems like they want you to pay to go into the fancy pool up there, doesn't it? So there's definitely a few other people with the same idea, but look at this. Million times better than paying to sit in a swimming pool. What do you think, honey?
Amazing.
Eh? So how is it, Softy?
Oh, it's so nice. Beautiful. It's amazing how running water can create something like this in sandstone. It's incredible.
I think we've maybe been here too long. Vendy's starting to grow into the landscape. You weirdo. You're a weirdo. So we've just come back to the car park from the hot springs, which is also the entrance to an RV park, and we just thought we would show you how you do RVing properly in Canada. So this is what we live in, and this is how these guys do it. These guys live in a coach and they tow a car which is equally as big as our RV. A coach towing a Jeep, a coach towing a hatchback, a huge twin axle coach that I can't see what he's towing. This RV park is full of them and they just keep coming. We've been sitting here having lunch in the shade and there's just one after another coming in through the entrance. I would really love to, as much as I love Ed the Expedition, I would really love to swap him for one night in these things. Wouldn't be very good for going off road, but I'm sure it's pretty luxury in there. So we're heading into Kootenay National Park now, and look at this for a view. So after a relaxing afternoon at the Fairmont Hot Springs, we jumped back in the truck and drove back up the road again into Kootenay National Park. The site is called McLeod Meadows. There is only two sites in the whole of Kootenay National Park. There's this one and the one that we plan on staying at tomorrow night, which is called Marble Canyon, which is at the other end of the park. And the plan tomorrow is to hike to Floe Lake. Mountain views, gin and whiskey. What more could you need? I don't know if this bridge is always this wobbly or if it's only after whiskey.
Good morning guys, this is the day of the big hike, first big hike. It's 5 to 8, we've already had breakfast, we're all ready to go, so we're gonna start walking. We are going to Floe Lake today, so let's see what's the snow situation up there, if we can get there. It should be pretty mega, so let's see.
Pretty mega. When we left the car, the temperature outside was showing 6 degrees and we're already 25 minutes into the trail and we're already taking off layers. It's amazing the heat of the morning sun here now. Come on up. That's it. We want our viewers to be able to see you as well. Come on, up you come. Look at this wee guy. Climbing, dancing, putting on a wee show for us. Look at you. Are you not cute? Eh? What are you? Chipmunk? Or a ground squirrel? Shows your back. You've got a small tail. Look at you standing up on your legs. Eh? See the tree that's been hit by lightning? None of the rest of them. The rest of them round about are actually all diseased, but none of them have been burnt in a wildfire. We think that this one alone has just been hit by lightning.
Say hello to the camera.
Hi there. Enjoy your hike to Floe Lake. Beautiful. Thanks, man.
That guy who we just met on the trail, his name's Paul. He was coming the opposite way. He had camped last night up at Floe Lake where we're heading to just now, and he's actually hiking the part of the Great Divide Trail. He's doing 25 days. He's got 8 days worth of food with him in his backpack, and he'll get a resupply at Sunshine Village, which is 4 days away from here. He's already come 4 days from Field, which is up Jasper Way, and he's heading all the way down to the US border. 25-day through hike. That's pretty cool, eh?
Thank you. So thanks to these guys who we just met, we've got a clear path ahead.
They flew in by helicopter to the top here, and they're just hiking down the trail, cutting across any fallen trees. That last 2 kilometres was pretty tough. We've covered the same elevation in the last 2 kilometres as we did on the first 7.5 kilometres of the hike. We're now at 9.5 kilometres total distance. Vendy's just stopped for a rest and a water break here, but at 9.5 kilometres the lake must really be just round this corner, so nearly there. Wow, was this hike worth it or what? Would you look at this? Builder's tea there to warm you up.
That was a good idea to bring this.
Quite comfy there, honey?
It's a bit stony.
So we're knackered after that. We've been back down, we didn't bother filming anything on the way back down. Jumped in the truck, drove along to Marble Canyon campsite, and that's where we're staying tonight. And there's no showers here as usual in all these campsites, so we didn't bother filming it because you probably don't really want to see us having a wash, but we've just had a wash in the river. How was that, honey?
Awesome.
Wasn't it just, eh? Feels good. So here it is, just some snow melt, freezing cold river, but it feels so good. So that's us fresh and at camp for the night, tired and sore legs, ready to sit down and have a beer and some dinner.